for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through New Orleans. It's the Panthers and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Sunday night.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Tonight, we'll close out the weekend with what should be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Hello to everyone watching. Joined by Brock Heward up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And in a while, we're going to find out the answer to a question that fans have been asking for nearly half a year. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today.
First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Throwing on 2nd and 11. That's incomplete left side. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Finds his man over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Back-to-back carries here. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits his running back. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Now they turn to their rookie from Georgia for the first time. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they'll mark him down there after the dive.
There's absolutely nothing he could do in that situation, Kate. Defense broke through so quickly, they had him dead to rights soon after he got the ball in his hands.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. Another chance for him. Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Saints have a great first drive and get the game's first points. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
The Saints and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
They go play action on first. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll send him over right. From the gun on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Connecting on the slant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. 1st and goal. They'll try an option to the left. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Saints pull out in front further. 13-zip. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1. More times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
The Saints ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Drive starts with an option, right side. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Flush down now to his left. Taken off with it again. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they head out to check on, looks like an injured Panther. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Right up the gut. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Receiver in motion, going left. From the 42. He's going deep. He's got it inside the 25. And he's over the label. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 20-zip lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Saints headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back to throw. He's on the move. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They'll throw on first. Still on his feet. Escapes the pocket. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And up a very comfortable 3 scores. Really no need to try and get anything here before the half. Back to pass on 1st and 10. On the move, headed right. He tucks it and takes off. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To the air now on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Markers reset. Ball at the 37. First and 10, looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. from the red zone now. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Panthers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in.
The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They'll run here on first down. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Back to the well again. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They give it to him again. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Play action on first down. He rolls to his right. He's going to keep it this time.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Completed over the middle. And this one doesn't go far. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he pushed deep in enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. From the 24. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Chased out to his right. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints grow the lead coming out of halftime. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore.
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. They are in great shape here as we wind down this third quarter. They've got a 3-score lead. Another, that could put this just too far out of reach. On first down, they'll run. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here's 2nd and 5. That's Tillman. He's got it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. It's the Saints with the ball, trying to keep their postseason run going. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's the handoff. He's out in the clear. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Saints are going to have a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Option headed to the left on first down. Oh, the football's loose. Oh, and they pick it up top and push for that marker. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Give now to the running back. Broke through the tackle. Continuing to dig. He's inside the 25. And he's finally taken down at the 3. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending 1st and goal from the 3. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Dumped off to his running back.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. Just not quite enough to break the plane, and now it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
Well, Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. One down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
So now, here's 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown! The Saints keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down, he takes the option right. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints on the favorable end of this blowout. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Now looking to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's a give up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Panthers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to
It's a win for the Saints. And one last huge step has been taken, partner, as they claim that George Halas Trophy as NFC champions. And now just one step and one trophy remain. 2 weeks from now when they take the field in the Super Bowl.